How's it going, everybody? This is Novakast back with another video for you guys. And with this one, we'll be doing another reaction. This time focusing on a video from the Internet Anarchist. For those who don't know this channel, this is a channel that does... I want to classify it as drama docs. I know somebody's going to correct me. But ultimately, that is what it is. Or at least that's what it feels like to me. Anyway, that's what it feels like to me. My personal opinion. And periodically I've been kind of checking on their stuff and at times reacting to it because it is actually a lot of fun to react to. But anyways, we got one that is titled The Many Victims of SunnyV2. So this should be interesting. So without further delay, let's go ahead and look right into this.
Over the last 3 years, SunnyV2 has built himself up to be seen as the Grim Reaper of the YouTube community. One single well-crafted SunnyV2 downfall documentary could quite literally end a YouTuber's career. But how accurate is that? Where is Victims today? And what happens when...
What do you mean by, like, hold on, I'm confused. So, like, anybody that does a documentary of this person, then they freaking, like, get their channel deleted or something? Is that what?
When SunnyV2 misses the mark on said victims. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be reflecting on careers of creators that SunnyV2...
I probably it's gonna be in there. Even though it says in the description, you know, some things unsuitable for kids. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're gonna be seeing some stuff that might not be suitable for young adults. So yeah, don't watch it.
SunnyV2 covered in his Downfall series, where their careers are today, and the most recent controversy Sunny has found himself in as a result of his video format. There's no better place to start than what is widely considered Sunny's first attempt at documenting the decline of a creator, with his video titled The Horrifying Downfall of Only Use Me Blade, published on the 27th of April 2020. In the video, Sunny details the events that led a very promising Call of Duty content creator in early 2009 to not only turn his fanbase against him with his belligerent attitude, but to also squander every opportunity to redeem himself.
What the frick is that?
At the start of his career, fans flocked to Blade's channel for his uniquely skilled playstyle in Call of Duty. He'd go through the match with a basic knife as his weapon and still come out on top.
Blade was an exceptional Call of Duty player in the beginning, being able to get high kill, impressive gameplays only using a knife.
During his discussion of Blade's path to success on YouTube, Sunny also took the time to examine the two key traits that caused Blade to lose everything: his immature nature, which was magnified by a drinking problem, and his inability to adapt or...
Isn't this... that's the same video with Keemstar, isn't it? Where they shoved the ice cream in the kid's face? Surprised... I'm kind of wondering if the dude went after Keemstar too.
Prove his content from 2009 to 2015.
Which, by the way, I'm gonna be I hate to like stop the video like 10 seconds or a few seconds after I just paused it, but I gotta say this: that video right there, like the video, I'm pointing at the wrong thing. Video right there. You know, actually, as I'm doing these videos, I gotta realize, you know, if anything, point at my laptop. Because then it's like a reference point to where I need a point. But anyways, that video right there, that, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's any way you could justify, like, basically taking a piece of ice cream and just shoving it in a kid's face like that. I mean, looking at that, it just doesn't, it's not cool. It isn't. It really isn't. Anyway.
15. Blade used the same video format for 6 Call of Duty entries and hardly other games. This causes viewership and engagement to first stagnate and then decline. The only novelty that Blade presented to his audience was in the form of drunk streaming, which only made things worse. Blade was a complete...
Oh, you gotta love that. You gotta love when people are thinking, what would make my... Oh. You know, I'm gonna choose my words carefully. Becoming very inebriated to the point of like where you're gonna be a complete asshole. There we go. I mean, I'm sure in terms of like drinking and in terms of drugs, there are a lot of people that abuse it, and a lot of people just use it for, you know, to relax, which honestly I've never gone that route for that kind of stuff, so I wouldn't be able to relate in that situation. And on and off anyways, I've had the, like, when I'm not working, I have the occasional like drink, but ultimately, like, I could never think of like a reason to get totally freaking hammered. I really can't. It just seems negligible to me.
Completely different person while drunk. He would frequently use racial slurs.
I'm so glad he bleeped that. That guy deserves to get freaking
other
banned.
creators he streamed with.
Oh my gosh. Why would anybody find this entertaining? I mean, seriously. Like, seriously. Like, and by the way, like, this title is called Victims of SunnyV. Like, are they, like, is this trying to imply that what this guy did was bad? Like, documenting people's shitty behavior? I mean, isn't that what a lot of drama documentary channels do anyways? Is, to an extent, I mean, not just focusing on the bad, they also focus on the good, but unfortunately with a lot of cases, there are individuals that do a lot of bad in the community, and it's hard to find anything positive in terms of like the person's personality and their behavior, which I'm sure is what I would have to probably guess is what was showcased with the SunnyV2 videos.
And abuse animals in some of the cruelest ways imaginable.
Okay, no, fuck that. You know, that... Yeah, no. No. Okay, I'm saying this right now. That guy. That guy right there. My personal opinion, deserves what he fucking got for throwing the dog. There you go. That's what you get. Piece of shit.
Naturally, this type of behavior bred a never-ending stream of controversy around his career. He got flamed for kissing a fan's wife on stream, allegedly assaulted an unconscious girl during a road trip, and got banned on Twitch for nudity. As the vicious cycle of drinking and controversy continued, Blade's life slowly fell apart piece by piece. He lost the respect from his audience, along with his YouTube channel being terminated.
Good. I hate to say that, but it's like good. The guy was a piece of shit. Seems.
Longtime friends like Keemstar into enemies, and severely harmed his health. Sunny would end the video with a message for Blade, advising him to turn his life around before it was too late.
If he doesn't make a change, he's gonna be dead soon.
So Blade, I doubt you're watching this, man, but one final thing before we finish this video. You need to find a purpose, man. That's how addiction stops. Addiction doesn't stop by one day just deciding that you're gonna stop. It stops by having a bigger reason or purpose or why for why you are gonna actually stop. Once you have that purpose or goal in place, your desire to drink will just be lessened.
Yeah, but you gotta, I mean, I'm just gonna say this. I mean, unfortunately with a lot of content creators, I mean, a lot of them, I don't know the best way to describe this, because in terms of YouTube itself, a lot of people, or at least a lot of the bigger content creators are, I'm gonna try to word this carefully. It seems like there's a need. I mean, obviously there's a need because they're creating content for people to watch, but to an extent, it almost feels, especially when they try to do more and more stupid shit, or more and more stupid things to garner attention, it becomes an addiction. It's in of itself. And unfortunately, I mean, addiction can take on many forms. It's not just drugs or alcohol. It's a variety of different things that could be anything that takes a considerable amount of time, and to an extent, it kind of destroys your whatever you would consider your life. Would be classified as an addiction. So, in some cases, a lot of people have speculated. I would probably say that there are a few people that would speculate that, you know, with some of these creators, not all of them, but for some of them, they are addicted to the attention and will do anything to obtain or achieve that attention.
And look, I know 36 is a pretty late age to decide to grow up, but it's not too late. If you want all the issues to stop, you need to decide today, not tomorrow, not next week, that you are going to grow up. Find a purpose, become an adult, and you will naturally just no longer be that person who wants to sit in front of their screen and drink alcohol for money. You can do this, man. I believe in you, Blade. I know I've just spent like 20 minutes taking a hit on you, but I do want you to win, dude. Seeing other people win is awesome, man, and you can. You just have to find a purpose and become an adult. That's your 2 steps.
So, did Blade make the logical move to stop drinking and better his life?
No.
Well, the simple answer is no. By the 18th of
That's what I figured.
July 2021, following a failed attempt to get sober and multiple bans on YouTube, Blade decided to ask his wife, Becky, to create a channel in a name called OUMB2 so that he could continue his questionable stream.
Dude. Why?
The content wasn't great.
Dude, you do realize that's ban evading, right? Like, okay. Because it's the wife. Am I wrong on that? Because I feel like that's ban evading, where you're basically creating a new account to continue doing YouTube, even though you're supposed to be banned.
Great, but it was good enough to net the couple 15,000 subscribers. As his drunk streaming and RV trips went on, Blade's personality would get worse, often getting into fights with his wife, and his body slowly falling apart from years of binge drinking. Recently, Blade has tried to get back into streaming Call of Duty, but he claimed he was unable to enjoy the game whilst sober. After all these years, Blade still retained his immature personality. In his mind, Blade sees himself as just another youngster trying to have fun knocking back a few beers on the stream, but to everyone watching, he's just a 40-year-old man who refuses to grow up. However, our next
that's so ridiculous.
creator didn't end up on Sunny's radar because they stuck to an outdated persona, but because they seemingly lost the appeal of the persona.
Oh gosh, what's her name? I remember this. Oh,
that was
God.
actually working for them. Sunny's video on Bella Delphine had a noticeably different tone compared to the other downfall videos on his channel. Published on the 5th of November 2021 with title Why Bella Delphine's Career is Dead, Sunny presented the argument that without mystery and intrigue, Bella would no longer be able to attract the same level of virality that she once did.
Belle Delphine removed 2 core components from her content that have been keeping her persona interesting: mystery and intrigue. Belle Delphine discussed on the H3 podcast that one of her main strategies for standing out as unique was that she'd mix her cutesy image with the strangest, most unrelated topics to build curiosity around her character.
There are good reasons to think this way, since Bella was easily able to keep the entire internet wrapped around her finger, with stunts like her $30 bathwater and clickbait P-Hub titles. Even if she disappeared for months at a time, Bella was still able to reignite interest in her content. Her infamous I'm Back video posted on the 17th of June 2021 racked up an astonishing 50 million views, proving fans were more than willing to wait for new Bella Delphine content. However, once fans got their hands on Bella's adult content, and many of the lingering questions were answered in her many podcast appearances, there wasn't many reasons to keep people coming back.
As mentioned earlier in the video, during her first hiatus, there was still so much mystery, so many unanswered questions surrounding the Belle Delphine story, and and therefore her return was anticipated. Was the arrest story fake? How did this character come about? Did she have a boyfriend? How does this persona affect her personal life? People actually wanted to know more. 8 million people objectively wanted an exact update on what she was up to. However, this time around, all of the questions that kept the story interesting have been answered. She went on numerous podcasts over a 2-month period, explained her strategy around everything, then posted her highly anticipated adult content, and as a result, the story feels concluded. There's nothing else to look forward to, and therefore there's no reason to care about what she's up to. Videos investigating what happened to Belle Delphine on her current hiatus have gained less than 10% of the views compared to those posing a similar question on her previous break. She revealed everything in exchange for a surge in short-term revenue. However, the long-term consequences are already starting to reveal themselves.
Yeah.
Fast forward to today, and the consequences Sunny spoke of were there, but not as drastic as you might think. Bella's subsequent videos on YouTube only got a fraction of the views compared to her first, but also could be a product of her extremely inconsistent uploads, only posting once or twice per year. Taking a look at other aspects of her career where she is consistent tells a different story. Engagement on her social media accounts has remained consistent from 2022 to 2023, averaging around 50k likes on Twitter and 300k likes on Instagram. And as you would expect, Bella's OnlyFans is still very much active, with almost daily updates. Bella had lost her meme status, but it was obvious she didn't lose her core fanbase. There was an eternal army of Sims that would continue to subscribe to her OnlyFans and like all her social media posts. Even though the initial buzz around her brand had faded, Bella still managed to build a very large and monetizable platform. Sunny underestimated just how many people still wanted to engage with Bella, and this wasn't the only time Sunny underestimated the power of a creator's fanbase. On the 28th of July 2022, Sunny published the video, "Morg's career is completely dead.
Okay, who's Morgs? I don't know who that is.
Happened," wherein he told the story of Morg's rise to notoriety, the many controversies, and the reason for the decline in viewership.
Morg's YouTube channel is pretty much dead with an average of only 5 million views per month, and the first reason for the death of his channel is simply that his audience got older. Back in 2019, when Morgs was gaining an average of 100 million views per month, it was accepted as commonplace on YouTube, Reddit, and Twitter that Morgs' audience was made up primarily of children. Now, it's hardly surprising that this ended up being the case, as when Morgs first began his channel back in 2014, he was a 13-year-old child himself.
Sunny started with an overview of Morgs' early career, creating challenging gaming content on YouTube at the age of 13. In the video, Sunny cited Morgs' decision to drop out of school to do YouTube at 15 as the primary reason for becoming a target of the commentary community. Combining that with the fact that people saw him as a loud and obnoxious kid making content for other kids made him an ideal punching bag for the entire YouTube commentary scene. You could say he was not just a victim of Sunny, but the entire commentary side of YouTube. Fortunately for Morgs, it wasn't all bad, as the majority of his videos had grown from 1,000 views to gaining over 1 million views each. Clickbait and heat from commentary channels didn't hinder his career, but in fact fueled his success on YouTube, eventually going from 1 million subscribers to 10 million subscribers. However, with success came more drama, as he engaged in numerous Twitter beefs with Mr. Beast over accusations of copying and fake content. Morgs also seemed to grow more discontent with YouTube as time went on. He felt like his old style of faking content wasn't good enough anymore. By 2021, Morgs would publish a video titled "I'm leaving YouTube" in pursuit of a more authentic self.
Now I've got 11 million subscribers and everything. I guess now I'm at a point in my YouTube career where I'm just kind of done with the bullshit. Like, you know, I just want to be myself again.
The fact that his monthly viewership dropped to only 17 million views per month from an all-time high of 100 million views a month didn't speak well for the future of his career if he continued to make such drastic changes. Sunny would close out the video with the assertion that Morg's fanbase wouldn't be interested in this new side of him, and that his reputation as an annoying guy who made videos for kids was the only thing keeping him relevant.
Maybe Morgs overestimated how interested his previously young audience would be in his new genuine persona. The other problem with adopting this new genuine persona was that suddenly there was no reason for the commentary community to talk about him anymore. He kind of lost his meme status. So much of his growth had come from people simply discussing how bad he was, and therefore as Morgs got rid of his cringy personality, people got rid of their videos
Good lord.
talking about it. All of this led Morgs' viewership to fall further to around 10 million per month, while Morgs' subscriber count would stagnate, followed by its first sign of a decline in early 2022. The decreased viewership and subscriber count seemed to lead to a decline in motivation as Morgs began to upload every 1 or 2 months, resulting in a further viewership declined to around 5 million per month, where it remains to this day.
This sentiment was shared by almost everyone on the platform, as creators were uploading videos claiming that Morg's career was now over. But is that actually what happened? Did Morgs really fade into the background after he decided to switch his style of content? To answer that question, we need to fast forward to 2022, the year Morgs turned his career around. On the 6th of November 2022, Morgs took a bold new direction with his career and published his first shorts video. Morgs' short form videos would mostly consist of him and his parents pranking one another. His shorts content would prove to be massively successful, garnering over 10 million views on each video. His strategy of taking on various internet challenges, prank videos, and vlog style videos with his energetic personality in a 1-minute format has really worked wonders.
Oh,
By
so
April of
it worked out.
2023, Morgs would shatter his previous viewership records with 120 million monthly views alongside 300,000 new subscribers. He still uploads long form content, although infrequently. You'd think getting dogpiled on by every commentary channel on YouTube and labeled a MrBeast clone would end his career, but it simply was a low point. He's completely bounced back and now has a renewed sense of motivation for YouTube. This time, Sunny and numerous other content creators who wrote Morgs off as a washed-up kids entertainer were proven wrong by his sheer dedication and love for creating content. Change is something that is ubiquitous in a content creator, but what happens when that change in persona, demeanor, or presentation is documented in a way that completely divides the internet? On the 13th of April 2023, Sunny published a video with a striking title that read, "Why Chris Will Soon Become a Nightmare for MrBeast." Unbeknownst to Sunny,
I
and the
remember
first few
this.
thousand viewers,
I remember this situation. I haven't heard about it lately, but I do know about it.
this video would become one of his most polarizing uploads yet. Sunny spent the first portion of the video looking over Chris's recent move to take on a more feminine appearance and assessing the controversy that followed those changes. Topics like Chris's decision to paint his nails, grow his hair out, and the later use of HRT were discussed along with drawing parallels to other aspects of his life. According to Sunny, the catalyst for Chris's new feminine appearance were events that revolved around Chris's recent divorce, citing the disappearance of family photos on Chris's Instagram and the removal of his wedding ring as a possible contributing factor. He also noted MrBeast fans sharing their opinion on the subject with comments like, "There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak man times." The second half of the video focused on talking about the possible outcomes of Chris's continued presence as part of the MrBeast brand.
However, if Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits which made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite will happen, and he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current MrBeast audience. This was put forward in many comments supportive of Chris, who implied that there'll be millions of queer kids who look up to him, although this doesn't necessarily mean that it'll add any value to the video.
Sunny's video on Chris would go on to gain over 8 million views, becoming one of his most popular uploads, but it was also the most disliked. The video had 317,000 likes compared to 229,000 dislikes. Not long after the video went live, Sunny would lose 10,000 subscribers, and numerous other content creators expressed their dissatisfaction online, and Angelo Wallace returned from a 9-month hiatus to make a video about the drama.
Somebody has uploaded a YouTube video that is so dumb, so completely incorrect that they have basically assembled the YouTube Avengers. How does someone anger the internet's nicest people like Jacksepticeye and MrBeast, make a bunch of other creators you've probably heard of drop response videos, and make points that are so completely invalid? I, of all people, come back early from a 9-month break just to personally tell you that your video is trash.
Things got so heated that MrBeast himself had to make a statement on the matter. "Yeah, this is getting absurd. Chris isn't my nightmare, he's my freaking friend and things are fine. All this transphobia is starting to piss me off." The three main criticisms raised against Sunny in his latest video were that he had twisted events, cherry-picked comments, and was generally transphobic. With that being said, there were people who saw nothing wrong with Sunny's video and claimed that he was only stating facts. By the 3rd of May 2023, a user by the name of Pinely would upload a half-hour video titled "How SunnyV2 Ruined Video Essays" that put forward the idea that narratives Sunny outlines in his videos are forced to conform to the title and thumbnails he picks out.
I don't think that SunnyV2 says what he says at the end of that video in a sort of attempt to figure out the universe. I don't believe that SunnyV2 really cares about that, at least in the context of his videos. I don't know him in real life. This all comes down to what we talked about at the beginning, that Sunny's videos are mainly an afterthought to his title and thumbnail. That's why he gives about like 5 or 6 different possible reasons as to why Kwebbelkop lost his viewership. And the one that makes the least sense, the one that is the most odd and out of place, is also the one that he put in his thumbnail. He created this narrative of a man losing everything because he boasted about his wealth, because it's interesting, because it's good content. And I think that that's the actual dangerous thing here. Twisting human life so it fits the narrative of something like a TV show. It's essentially what he did with Chris, Mr. Beast, or Dream. He puts everything into a clear narrative for us to follow, a distinct black and white sort of situation, a good deed and a bad deed. And I feel like when you alter and twist reality in that way, you end up losing a lot of very important things that I really appreciate in a lot of these sort of videos. You end up losing empathy.
In the process of covering the controversy, Sunny found himself directly involved within it, and everyone had something to say about it. While it wasn't the first time Sunny received negative feedback because of videos, it was certainly the most notable. You'd think that after all the hate Sunny had gotten for his unpopular take, he would either make a response or quietly take a break from uploading in fear of more backlash, but that wasn't the case. In fact, he published a video on Guava Juice's career just 2 weeks later. So what's going on here? Sunny was being swamped in negative press, and some of the largest creators were joining in on it, yet he was still going on as if it never happened. His comment section didn't show signs of the drama that had took place only a few days prior. Some would speculate that since Sunny had researched the cancellation of so many creators, he'd developed his own strategy of not getting cancelled himself. He'd simply ignore it and go about his usual uploads. This is what he did when he was called out for his Ninja, Dream, and Skeppy videos, and it's very likely he'll continue with that strategy. There are times when Sunny does respond to controversy, although in subtle ways, like changing the title of this video on Chris from "Why Chris Will Soon Become a Nightmare for Mr. Beast" to "How Will the Chris Tyson Situation Impact Mr. Beast?" It is unclear if Sunny will make a response video to the drama or publicly acknowledge it like many other creators do when faced with a controversial situation, but based on his recent YouTube stats, it seems that Sunny has fully recovered from his dip in subscribers following the video on Chris, and has even shown remarkable growth. Does it make Sunny uncontrollable? Who knows? What we do know is that Sunny's approach to handling drama doesn't involve submitting to it, but rather quietly moving away from it.
Okay, so just to kind of give a gist of this. So you had a drama doc creator who, to an extent, did videos on a few people, and some of them unfortunately were doing things that they weren't supposed to. At least for a couple of them anyway. And to a degree, he made a documentary talking about these individuals, and due to some of the way he edited the videos, did his scripting or whatever, he said things that he really shouldn't have said in certain situations. I apologize for that. Well, hopefully the guy learns to, look at things or do things a little bit better next time. But anyway, I think this would probably be the best time to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below, as well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, this is Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you guys next video.